Recording. Okay, namaskar everyone. So what Mirinda you are asking me is that you cannot do the mantras, but the eclipse is not until later.
Is it just for that period of time? Do I understand that correctly? I just want to confirm and make 100% sure. Because the eclipse is over South Africa, and
Yeah.
according to Dirk Cham, it's starting, we're 3 hours ahead of India. So here it starts like 1 o'clock till say around about 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But then they've got that period of time that they call inauspicious, so I can do it still during the night. Is that correct?
Yes, you can do it in the night. See, the thing is, you have to understand a few things, okay? The tithi is, if you look at in the UK, and I'm talking of the UK, okay? Let me just share my screen. Okay. So if you all look at the tithi, because essentially this whole idea, the Mahashivratri is really about the 14th tithi, okay? It's the Chaturdashi tithi, just before the new moon, okay? So the essentially the Krishna Chaturdashi or the waning cycle of the 14th tithi does not happen until UK. If you look at it, it doesn't happen until 12:15 uh, p.m. Okay, in the afternoon. So now this is the UK time, right? So the essential thing what you have to remember, Mirinda, is couple of things that no matter where you are on the planet, this night, in the night, the tithi has to be Chaturdashi, the 14th tithi. That is the most important thing. Okay? Because this is and there is something known as Nishita Kala. Okay, now I don't know if anyone is familiar with that. There's a guest who's joined, which I have no idea who that is, and Saksham may be able to tell us. Are you familiar with the Nishit Kala?
Yes, Sonalji. So it's around 12:15 in the midnight. That is the Nishit Kala.
So that is for India, right?
No, you have to take the Tithi, and in that night, around 12 to 12:15 is the Nishit Kala.
Okay, so essentially, in the UK, there is a slight variation if you look at the Drik Panchang. Okay, I
Okay.
think it begins around 11:46, but it will be roughly midnight. You're right. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
but it is about midnight. Now, what you have to remember, a few things about the whole concept of Mahashivratri is that yes, indeed, it is divided into the five different prahars, like four in the night, four in the daytime, which you all know. I have done videos. There are on YouTube, it's all full. It is on my website. I've just updated it, which I'm going to share with in all the groups. So that's not a problem. Each prayer has a particular or a portion. It's divided roughly around all the night. The whole night is divided roughly around for 3 hours each prahar, and they all belong to a particular tattva, because essentially the whole of the Shivaratri is all about the tattvas. Okay, now, but that is not the main focus here. The main focus here is it's about the bhakti to Shiva. It's about managing your own problems on every sphere of your life through bhakti. And I'm not going to say, no matter what you want is achievable. But if you are going to ask Shiva for things like, oh, give me more money, give me more, give me like a fancy house and a fancy this, and, all of that. It's not, it's fantastic to ask that, and you will almost always get it. But the whole ethos of Shiva and Shiva, the principle of Shivatva, is not about the financial, it's not about the wealth, it's not about the health. It is about completely about understanding the principle of Shiva. Because somebody who can give you the entire world, the whole entire world, why would you then want to ask for small things? Is in the bigger scheme of things, somebody, it's like an elephant who's there for you, who'll deliver anything that you really want, and all he needs you to do is raise your vibration to another level. Would you not want to raise your vibration to that and get all the knowledge which will deliver you everything that you want? Is that not a better thing rather than asking for small, small things and say, oh, please, and just revealing your own smallness or in everything, your small viewpoint? What do you think? I don't know, this is supposed to be, I have kind of taken a slightly deviation from the regular, like, okay, do this mantra, do this mantra. So you tell me. That's why we are all here, because we really want to solve our life's problems. But the life's problems is, you have to put things in a perspective. Tell me. So, what do you think? If you had to ask, of course, we would all want more wealth, we would want more health, more everything. But the approach to that is what I'm talking about. The approach is what needs to be slightly altered and slightly tweaked a little bit. What do you think? I need some kind of, interaction.
Oh, no, I totally agree with that. I mean, the purpose of why we're doing this is exactly that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's to grow. That's the reason why we're all here, I think.
Yep, absolutely. So, I would want the guest as well. Hi, Sigita is here. Rosemary is here too. So, Sigita, hi. So, who is that guest? Because I don't like, the guest. I'd rather have you, at least speak up as a guest. Hello? Well, the guest is not willing to reveal. Anyway, so one of the things that I want to say is the whole principle of Shiva and Shakti. Okay, now you may well say that, okay, on the Mahashivratri it is all about Shiva. It is about the principle of Shiva. It's about the principle, or specifically of the balancing of all our chakras, balancing of all the planetary alignments within us. One of the I'm going to stop share, and I'm going to start with you know do another of the share another document. So essentially, when we talk about the balancing of the chakras, we are talking about balancing of all our in terms of our planetary alignments as well, because each of the planets get aligned to each of the chakras, okay, and each of the tattvas as well. So one of the finest mudras you can begin, and I am a big one on mudras, and I can tell you straight away that there are so many like when we do the rishi nyasa, okay, when we do the karanyasa, which is in before any kind of stotra or a mantra that you chant, we always do some kind of rishi nyasa, because the mantras belong, especially if they are siddha mantras like Om Namo Narayana, Namah Shivaya, they belong to someone because thousands and thousands of years the sages have done it. They've given it to us. It has been passed down. So it's a Siddha mantra. Siddha mantra meaning because that mantra carries so much of, it's packed with energy, it's packed with oomph. So it has been done by over thousands of years. So just the repetition of that or even listening to that is going to carry a huge amount of power. So you have to ask literally, it's not yours. It, you may have the siddhi for it because of many lakhs and lakhs of japas you may have done, or sadhanas you may have done, but it doesn't belong to you. So any kind of rishi nyasa or a kara nyasa you've got to do because you're asking the permission of the rishis who have delivered it to you. So that is number one. Number two, so whenever we do the rishi nyasa, we hold our, like, it's all about the chakras because we are looking at our navel, our feet, our thighs, we are pointing towards our head. So all of this is nothing but helping in the chakra balancing. And one of the finest kavachas of Lord Shiva, which is very powerful, and you cannot get the pronunciation wrong. And I promise, deliver that particular kavach to you. It is done by a particular a guru who is one of a very, has been a very great bhakt of Lord Shiva. And I'm going to put that up because the pronunciation is very tough. Okay, so and it's not a regular Shiva Kavach. Okay, so it's very remarkable. I will even put my audio for a few verses in your groups, but what I would like you to do is couple of things. The mudra. So when we talk about the balancing of the chakras, the balancing of the elements, one of the key things you have to understand and begin with is the mudra. This mudra, just by doing this, okay, can everybody see? Let me just, yeah. Can everybody see me? Yeah, or okay,
Yes, yes, it's
yeah,
possible.
okay. So if you look at this mudra, okay, just by putting all the fingers together, this will give you huge powers in terms of just balancing all the chakras within the body. Now, another thing, it is said that if you want to wake up, how many people wake up early in the morning, like super early? Or maybe they are traveling somewhere and they want to go and somewhere where they need to travel super early in the morning. What do you do? Tell me. Give me some ideas. How do you wake up?
By alarm.
Well,
Okay, go
you
on
can set
and
an
tell.
alarm, but usually I think your mind is kind of pre-programmed already because you know you have to wake up.
Okay, that's good.
Or
What
you
about
set an alarm.
Saksham? Yeah, Saksham,
Yep. So mind gets programmed, and then it's easy to wake up.
it is. No
Yep.
matter what time you sleep, is it easy for everyone to wake up?
Not so easy, but if I just say the night before as I go to sleep, what
Yeah,
time I want to wake up,
yeah.
then usually I wake up at that time.
Yes, that's our Jaimini, isn't it, Rosemary?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so but I will teach you one of the power of the mudra just by doing this before you go to bed, okay? And like I said, everything about the Mahashivratri is all about the balancing of the chakras and the. So if you just do this, okay, and tell yourself you would like to be awake at, let's say, 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning, or 5 in the morning, whichever, works best. And just try it out. Don't take my word for it, okay? Whichever time zone you are in, it doesn't matter, whichever end of the planet you are on, or doesn't matter. Just do this and tell yourself before going to bed, hold this for a few minutes, or you can just hold this and sleep with saying, this is the time I want to wake up. And you do this, and next morning, whatever the time, and don't set an alarm, because waking up with an alarm, this is the other thing which I wanted to let you all know. If you can avoid it, do not wake up with an alarm. That's another thing about, because when we talk of Shiva, we have to talk of Shakti. Wherever Shakti is there, Shiva is going to be there. That is my other number. And it's not my principle, but this is what I want to kind of impress upon you, that the first one was the balancing of the chakras and, all of that, and the tattvas. The second thing is, wherever, in whatever, it is not just about Shiva worship, it is equally, if not more, about Shakti. Whether it is Kamakhya, whether it is Bagaramukhi, whether it is Padmavati, whether it is Dhumavati, whether it is the Dashamahavidyas, it doesn't matter whether it is Tara, whether you pick up any goddess that you can relate to. You need to remember that you cannot do any uh, great Shiva or Shiva worship without the Shakti. So the Shakti is instrumental in all of this. Is everybody under? Even if it is Mahalakshmi, it is fine, but you have to bring in the Shakti. Okay? So for me, I gravitate a lot towards Bagaramukhi and Kamakshi, especially the Kamakshi temple, right? And the Kamakhya as well. So there are two, three goddesses that I absolutely adore, okay? So for me, that I gravitate towards, okay? Now for somebody else it may be something else, okay? So you have to understand that Shiva and Shakti both have, it's like they are intertwined, okay? So that's another thing I would encourage you to think, that on the whole night of Shivaratri, it's not just about the devotion to Shiva. It can even be your Ishta Devta. It can be even a Devi. It can be even a Shakti. If that is what you want to do, do it. Because Shiva will be there no matter what. And the whole night is auspicious. The whole night is auspicious. So Mirinda, in order to answer your question back to earlier, that hey, this is Kal is not good, or this is not favorable, the whole night is auspicious. Don't even think. Is everybody getting this?
Thank you, Sonalji. Appreciate
Yeah.
for
So
making it clear. Thank you.
yeah, and so don't get hung up on, oh my God, in these 3 hours it's expiring. Oh my God, the time is running. I have to kind of get going, get going. I haven't finished my mantras. No, it will not work like that if you put pressure on yourself like this. Okay? So is everybody understood about that? Yeah?
Yes.
Now, another thing which I find is very powerful is, does everybody have a Shivaling?
Yes.
Some of you,
Yes.
yes?
Yes.
So what kind of shivalings do you have? Oleg, what kind of shivaling do you have at home? Ah, yes. What can I see? Antot, yours is the black one? Oh no, it's the metal with the, yeah, the black stone, yeah? Got it, got it. Good, Antot. But make sure you put it on a plate and it is on the Shakti. It is on the Shri Yantra. Yeah, perfect. And a Shri Yantra. Beautiful, perfect, got it. Oh, beautiful. That's the Narmada stone, right? Fantastic. So, fabulous. So, so guys, everyone, Oleg, the guest, Saksham, what kind of shivalings do you have?
I have a sphatic that is
Yeah.
clear quartz.
Okay. Good, good. Whereabouts, Saksham, are you in India or abroad?
No, I am in India.
Okay, okay. So that's the other thing, okay? So you need some kind of shiveling, okay? Okay, the one we got, we were yes, yes, of course, got it, Mirinda. Yes, yes, when we were in India. So you have that particular package. So Rosemary, of course, would have it for sure. I don't know, Isabel would have also have it from there. I don't know, Oleg, do you have one? Anyway, um, so essentially, for people who do not have one, do not panic, okay? You can make a shivaling, okay, with flour or with clay or mud, okay? And that is a very powerful one to make. Extremely powerful. It's called Parthiv Shivaling. And it is very easy to make. Just take a plate, make the paste, dough paste, or you can make like the clay. You make it from soil or whatever you can find. Just make like the square. I can put up a video there. A square, the base, which is the Shakti, and then the flow of the Shakti, the base of it, and then make a center hole around it, just like a little indentation, and then make the shivaling, the column, and place it on there, and voila, you've got a shivaling. Okay, so do not even, so Oksana, if you don't have one, don't panic. Find yourself some clay. You can make it yourself, or some soil. In your case, probably it'll be snow. Maybe.
Yeah.
No one's probably made a shiveling of snow. That'll be an interesting one, huh?
Yes, so you have also mentioned the flowers.
Yes, the any flour you use, rice. I won't use rice flour. I don't know. I haven't. It'll be kind of stretchy. I don't know how to do with rice flour, but usually, typically, people can use wheat flour. Okay. So, if you're, I mean, if you don't have anything, you might as well use that. Okay. So
Ah,
that's,
you mean the flower, not the flowers. Oh my God, I see.
What about the thumb? Can you use the thumb?
yeah, I was coming to that, Antot.
Oh,
Wait, yes.
Okay, okay, yes, I got it, yeah.
Flour, not rose
Not the
or
plant, yes, I
no,
got it.
not plants, not
Yes.
plants. Okay? Yeah. So you could use that if you really get stuck. Okay? So that is one of the methods to do it. So what essentially I'm saying is it is all about the bhakti. End of the day, it is totally about the bhakti, how you are feeling, because this is the night which can give you a lot. Rosemary, if you want your health problems to go off in a heartbeat, this is the night, okay? Because all you have to do is ask and it will be delivered. It's so simple, but it cannot be delivered if you are, if you don't have the 100% surrendering to it, okay? So that's number two. Now, number three is, Anton, you mentioned the mudra, okay? Now, if there are a couple of mudras of Shivaling, okay, one is there's this one, okay, but I find this a much more powerful one. Okay, if you can see here, can you see? Place both the finger. Can you see these? Index finger and the middle finger and the thumb, join it together, and then you are and the ring finger and the little finger, you put it raised up, and these are straight. So you are doing it like this. Can you see it?
Yes, so now we can see it.
Yeah. So can you see that, everyone? Yeah. So that's easy. Yeah. So all you're doing is last two fingers up, raised up, and those two in front, and the thumb you're joining with the two fingers that are straight. And this is the Shivaling. If it's like if you were to say all the 12 Jyotirlinga mantras with this towards the end of every prahar, then it is super. Okay. Now, everybody knows what is their Jyotirlinga, their specific one? No?
Yes, I know.
I
Okay.
don't.
Does anyone want me? I mean, sorry, we will go through that, but does anyone want to tell me what is it? What is it? What is Saksham? What is the principle behind it, rather than telling me individually what is the?
Okay, so there is a Jyotish principle behind that.
Yeah, I'm talking
We
of Jyotish principle
yeah.
only. Yeah.
So we generally check the tattva from the Arudha Lagna,
Mm-hmm.
and then we match that tattva by seeing the kendras from the moon, and
Yeah.
then whichever rashi we get, we come to know that this is our Jyotirlinga.
Yeah. So everybody got that? Yeah. So
Not in one
Rosemary,
bite.
hmm?
Could it be repeated?
I will it's very simple. I will share uh
Also, you have to be facing north, right? Or east?
no. This is about the Jyotirlinga.
Mm.
Okay. Uh Antot, I have your chart, okay? Let's
Okay.
do Antot. Antot, you don't mind?
No, I'd love that. Thank you.
Okay, so the principle is very simple. Antotis moon is in Sagittarius, okay, and his Aruda is in Taurus, okay. Um, yeah, so Saturn and Rahu both the Lagna lords are in same
What
sign.
city do you have me for?
Sorry,
What city do you have for my chart?
Jamaica, Kingston.
Correct. Okay, good. Just checking.
Yeah.
I didn't see
So
it on the chart.
yeah, you are Aquarius rising, aren't you?
Right.
Yeah. So Saturn and Rahu, so his Arur is in Taurus, okay? So essentially, yeah. So essentially, we are taking trines to Arur. So Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn can be one of the ones. And the Kendra to the moon. So Kendras will be all the dual signs, which is Virgo, moon is in Sagittarius, Pisces, or Gemini. Now, which is the common sign for the trines? You have to look for the common signs. And okay, okay. And this is the Kendra to the moon. Okay. So which is a common sign, guys? Come on.
Virgo.
Uh, Virgo
Yeah. So Virgo is the one with Jupiter over there.
and ninth. No, no, not the ninth. Virgo.
Yeah, just the Virgo. Yeah.
Just the
So,
Virgo.
yeah. So Virgo meaning Mallika Arjuna. Okay. So that is, which is near Hyderabad, 3 hours from Hyderabad. So that will be your Jyotirlinga. Okay. So, let me now, there is another way of, let me just share another couple of slides here. Oh, 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 oh. Where's the, oh, Mahashivratri. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that is one of the methods, okay? The other method is, so the these are the various mantras for the Shiva Ling, okay? Trines to Aruda and Kendra to the moon, and this is coming from our parampara, okay? Now, what you are seeing here is that, can everybody see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. So essentially, what I'm trying to say is that all of this principle holds true. But another thing, if you want, now depends, you may not want to go for the standard, Kendra to the moon, that's my Jyotirlinga, fine. That is fine. Maybe there is something else you want to manifest. Maybe you want to manifest make your 10th house strong. Maybe you want to make your fourth house stronger. So what you do is, one of the most important signs, of course, is the sign on the Kendra, which is the 10th house. And so the mantra associated with that also you could chant. So for example, I have my 10th house is Simha, okay, Leo. So, Om Vedeshwarai Nama, that would work fantastically for me. Similarly, somebody else, maybe like Antot, would be what? Scorpio. The 10th house is Scorpio, right?
Yeah.
So, Vrishchika, so Om Krishneshwarai Nama. So that will work and it'll open up his work. And he wants to work. He's not some Mr. Retired who's happy with a retirement pension and all that. He would like to work more. He wants his work to flourish. So he would want to do the Om Krishneshwarai Namaha. Okay. So another thing, let's say you would like, I'm stopping sharing and I'm going to keep switching back and forth, because on my website as well there is some tips I've given, which is coming from a particular tradition, which I want to just Mahashivratri. Is this the, where's my document? Yeah. So here, there we go. Can everybody see this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is on the website because I've just updated it. Okay. So here I have said, I've given you a whole list of some kind of little remedies which you can do for, everyone's got a shivaling. If they don't, they make one and they do the particular mantra of the Jyotirlinga and all that. Don't get fussed. Like I said, you can do the Prahar thing. If you get stuck, don't bother about it. Just follow whichever pattern, whichever mantra, whichever Ishta Devta you resonate with, because the idea is about the bhakti, the idea is about the shivaling, the idea is about the shakti, and not about, don't get hung up on the technicalities, is what I'm trying to impress upon you. Because if you get hung up on the technicality, Shiva is not looking for technicalities. He's Bholenath. The one of the finest names for Lord Shiva is Bholenath. Bhole means in Sanskrit or in Hindi, Bhole means somebody who's very innocent, who's willing to give you whatever you want. And Nath means the protector. So he's kind of, he will give you whatever you want. He's not looking for perfection, even though he may be the perfect one. Okay? So please understand that. Now, if somebody wants a lot of money, finances, solve their debts, obstacles, and all that, you want to get rid of all that, offer rice flour mixed with water. So, Oksana, this is not flowers, it is
Yeah.
flour, okay? Powder. You
Yeah.
mix it in water, make a watery paste, and put it on the shivaling. You can do it in the evening. Now, before you do all of these, there is two auspicious muhurta. One is the Nishek Kal, which is fantastic. You can do that then. Or the other one is, tomorrow is a Sunday. In the evening, okay, in the evening, there will be a look at the Panchang. There is Sun Hora. In the Hora of Surya, in the Hora of Sun, if you do these, it will be even more powerful. Now, the hora will, of course, differ from place to place naturally, because the sunrise is different from place to place. So, please check your local panchang. Go to Drik Panchang, type in your place, New York or wherever you are in, or Berlin or wherever you are in, and then put it accordingly and figure out what is the hora of the sun. And then in the hora of the sun is on your shivling, put this particular one. If you want, take a lot, take milk, take some milk. If you want, if you are having issues with children, not having children, having like real problematic children, put milk, first milk, then yogurt, make it in a watery paste. No, obviously not milk in a watery paste, but of course with yogurt, add a little Ganga Jal, Ganges water if you can find it, or and then mix it together, and then on the shivling, offer it to the shivling. This is for children's issues, okay? If you want rise in business and promotion, coconut water. Coconut water is one of the finest remedies. Okay, I love it. I've done it before. It is fantastic. Okay, but this needs to be done after sunset. So, obviously, but in the hour of the Hora of Surya, ideally. Okay, but if you think like, oh my God, I'm stressed, I've missed it, don't bother, don't worry. After sunset, just do it. Okay. If now there is another one, if you want, there's troubles in relationships and marriage and stuff like that, then tuar dal, which is the yellow lentils, okay? It will remove all kinds of obstacles in relationships and marriages and things like that, okay? I told you about the deaths and want to get rid. You make a watery paste of the rice flour. Did I say rice flour? Yeah, rice flour. Okay. And so these are the different ways of overcoming it. And I will put up the so everybody so far with me, yeah, so you know what all to do, right? Now this is some of the stuff that I have written, and you can read about it. Now another thing which I want to say is, you could just chant, okay? If you all the prahars, that is each portion, I have given in the document. It is all there. Which mantra to chant, the Panchakshari Om, Mam Namah Shivaya. So each of the Tattva mantras are given. You could do that. Keep chanting 11 times, 11 malas, 108 times each. So you could do all of that, or you could just do the Jyotirlinga mantra, or you could just do the, for men, can do only not Om Namah Shivaya, they should do only Namah Shivaya. Only Namah Shivaya. That's for men. And for women, Shri Shivaya Namastubhyam. Okay? Everybody okay with this? Yeah, so far so good. And Todd, don't do Shri Shivaya Namastubhyam, okay? Okay.
Mhm.
Anyone, any questions? I'm making your jobs very easy, okay? No questions so far? Nothing?
Yes, so no, just a quick question, please. So last time you mentioned that Mahalakshmi Ashtakam. If we could go through the pronunciation of that, that could be
Okay,
great.
I will just Google it and
Okay.
we'll do the Mahalakshmi. That's another thing I would like you to do at the end of it, in the last one, okay, the last the prahar, or the last one, when you are just in the early in the morning, where is it? Yeah, the Shanti mantra, yeah, when you've done this, this is a beautiful mantra, Om Namah Shivaya Gauri Shankarai. And after that, or you could do the bigger version of it, Om Namah Shivaya Gauri Shankarai Mahadevai Namo Namah, Madanantakaya Mukti Pradaya Srimad Shankarai Namo Nama. I haven't done the full one, but I love this one. I've done this before. Just this much. You could do the whole version, or you could just do this Om Namah Shivaya Gauri Shankarai Mahadevai Namo Nama. Okay. So this, and then you could remember, you could do right after this, you could do the Mahalakshmi Ashtakam as well. Okay. Or you could do at every prahar Mahalakshmi Ashtakam. Not a problem. So let me, meanwhile, anyone has any questions? No?
Yes, I have Sonal. I have my eldest grandson staying with me
Yeah.
today, and
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask for a child. He's 10, and he's at a school that studies Advaita Vedanta.
Yeah.
What would you suggest for him?
Just give him the simple Namah Shivaya.
All right, okay, Namah Shivaya.
Yeah,
And then
it's so, for
and the
men, it
mudra.
is so lovely. It is so fantastic. Not Om Namah Shivaya, just Namah Shivaya. And just ask him to sit and, just, is he willing to, even if he stays awake till 1, 2 in the morning, it is a fantastic way if he is able to stay awake till then.
I
What do you,
think his parents won't let him because he has school in the morning. Because the timing here is, it's a bit later for us.
right, okay.
We're like, yeah, it's yeah. But I will. He's fascinated by the mudras.
Ah, so let him do the mudras then.
Yes, yes,
Yeah?
yes, yes. But so you're suggesting even though he goes to school in the morning, to be awake till midnight?
Yeah, why not? It's, these people, all the kids can stay awake watching telly and all kinds of all kinds of games and all that. Why not on this night? It's one night, it's not going to kill them. If they're supposing, let's say these kids are traveling somewhere, and they are in transit, and in transit sometimes you're awake, sometimes you're suddenly, while traveling long distance and all that. So what's wrong with this time? What's wrong with that one night in the year?
I will try with his parents, but I
See?
think she'll freak out. Or she's Catholic, but she also reads the Gita. And it was my daughter-in-law was the one who was keen to send him to this
Yeah.
school.
Okay.
But we're near a beach, and we will get some mud sand, and make a Shiva linga today. So
Okay.
it doesn't matter that we make it prior to the Shivaratri.
Yeah. Absolutely. Not a problem.
Yeah. Thank you.
Anyway, so let's do this Mahalakshmi Ashtakam, okay? I find it one of the most powerful ones, and I think on the day of the Mahashivratri, for sure, 100% it will be. So Namostute, so Mahalakshmi Ashtakam, Namostute Mahamaye Shri Pithe Surapujite. Can everybody see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the meaning is here. So this is from Green Message org. It's quite nice. The meaning is here. Mahamaya, the cause of creation. Transcendental abode. Shri Pithe Surapujite. Namastute Mahamaye Shri Pithe Surapujite. Shankh Chakra Gada Haste Mahalakshmi Namostute. Shankha Chakra Gada Haste. So in her hands there is Shankha Chakra and Gada. Okay, Gada is like the mace. Shankha is the shell, the Shankha which you can blow the conch, and the chakra is the discus, okay, which is really like Vishnu's discus. So that is all present with the Mahalakshmi, and we pray to her. Namaste Garudarudhe Kolasura Bhayankari Sarva Papa Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. I'll come back to the meaning. Let me just finish chanting this. Sarvagne Sarva Varade Sarva Dushta Bhayankari Sarva Dukha Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. सिद्धि बुद्धि प्रदे देवी भुक्ति मुक्ति प्रदायिनी मंत्र मूर्ते सदा देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते अद्यंतर हिते देवी आद्य शक्ति महेश्वरी योग योग जे योग J, Yogne, I think it should be Yoga J, Yoga Sambhute, Mahalakshmi Namostute, Sthula Sukshma Maharaudre, Mahashakti Mahodare, Mahapapa Hare Devi, Mahalakshmi Namostute, Padmasanasthite Devi, Parabrahma Swarupini, परमेशी जगन मातर महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते श्वेतांबरधरे देवी नानालंकार भूषिते जगत्स्थिते जगन्मातर महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते महालक्ष्मी अष्टकम स्तोत्रम यः पठेत भक्ति मानर सर्वसिद्धम वाप्नोति राज्यम प्राप्नोति सर्वदा एक काले पठे नित्यम महापाप विनाशनम द्विकालम यः पठे नित्यम धन धान्य samanvita. Trikalam yaf pathe nityam mahashatru vinashanam Mahalakshmir bhaven nityam prasanna varada shubha. Okay, so essentially we left off at Shankha Chakra. So she's carrying all of these powerful, weapons, and so we pray to her, or we bow down to her, and in reverence, and namostute Garuda Rudhe, so who's mounted on the Garuda. So there are many vehicles for Mahalakshmi. One of them, some say it's the owl, and there are, but it's different, but they both all have very definitive meanings. So when she comes down on earth, which we want her to, um, she is mounting the Garuda, Kolasura Bhayankari, who is the terror of Kolasura. So basically, she mounts that to come and get rid of the great, she's like the terror to Kolasura. Kolasura was like one of the most fierce demons. So Sarva Papa Hare Devi. So she basically is the destroyer of all Papa Nasha. That is all kinds of getting rid of all the your negative karmas. Devi Mahalakshmi. So getting rid of all the sins and so on and so forth. Sarvegnya Sarva Varade. So she is the all-knowing or Sarva Vyapak. That is, she's present. She's giving you all the boons and all the essentially she'll give you everything. Okay. And Sarva Dushta Bhayankari. So she'll get rid of all the negativity and all the terrible things, Sarva Dukkha Hare Devi. So she'll get rid of all your troubles and your sadness and weaknesses and all that. So we bow down to her. Then Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi. Siddhis is she will give you all the siddhis and accomplishments and your powers. And Buddhi, she'll give you the right intelligence. Prade Devi. So she has that graciousness to give you all that. Bhukti Mukti. So Bhukti is basically you how you lives are in terms of live properly in a right manner, and Mukti Pradayini. So she can also liberate you in more ways than one. Okay, and all the worldly prosperity, whatever you wish, she will deliver. So essentially, she is Adya and Anta. So there's no beginning and no end. So a lot like Shiva, there's no beginning and no end. So Devi Adi Shakti Maheshwari. So she's like one of the principal Shaktis, and she's also called, another name for her is Maheshwari. Yoge Je, see, born of the yoga, Yoga Je, Yoga Sambhute. So she's always united with yoga. Reverential salutation. So all the salutations to her, and who's and Sthula Sukshma Maharaudri. So she is in the Sthula Sharira. Sthula is subtle bodies, and Sukshma, subtle bodies, and gross bodies. So we have various three principal forms. So she's present in everywhere, and the most heinous, most terrible form, she is present. Maha Papa Hare Devi. So she will get rid of all your sins. Absolutely the worst and the greatest of sins, she has a power to get rid of. Uh, she is seated Padmasanasthite. So she is seated on the lotus of Kundalini, and she's abiding in the supreme Brahman, Parabrahman Swarupini, Parameshi Jagan Matar. So she is the mother of the universe, and so we bow down to her. Shvetambara Dhare, so she is Shvetambara is the white garments, and she has many, many different ornaments, obviously Nana, adorned with various ornaments, Nana Lankara Bhushite, and Jagas, what's this? Yeah, Jagasthite Jagan Matar. So she is the principal mother of the universe and directing all our activities and all sorts of worldly activities and universal activities, and that is her. So we bow down to her. And Mahalakshmi Ashtakam Stotram Yaf Pathet. So whoever is studies this or chants this with devotion and surrendering to her will attain all accomplishments. Sarva Siddhi Vapnoti will attain all accomplishments and prosperity. And one time chanting at any time of the day, preferably in the morning or evening, every day consistently will give you the first outcome. Patetne Maha Papa Vinashanam. All the great sins will be destroyed if you chant it once a day. Okay, twice a day, dvikale yav patet nityam dhanadhanya samvita. So you will have all the food grains and wealth and well-being, and essentially if you chant it twice and three times, you will destroy the biggest of your enemies will be destroyed if you chant it three times a day. Typically morning, afternoon, evening, three times. Mahashatru Vinashanam, the greatest of your enemies in whatever form, whether it is like black magic or giving you troubles of health or whatever, will be destroyed. And that is her promise and liberation in pure mind, in her eternal gracious form, boon giving grace. So Prasanna Varada Shubha is the most auspicious one. Okay, everybody got that? Yes, did you like it?
Yes, Sonal, thank you very much. I've been doing it for some time now.
Good.
Yeah, I started about 2 weeks ago.
And do you feel a difference?
Yes, I do.
You do? Good.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, I would recommend this for everyone, like literally male or female. Oh my God, this is really the game changer. Um, Definitely. Okay. So I would no doubt do this. Anyway, anyone has any more questions? And I am going to uh, the kavach, a part of the kavach, which is really quite tough, okay, in pronunciation. Um, okay, let me just see here. Shrunu Devi Pravakshami Kavacham Sarva Siddhidam Trailokya Kshanam Nama Sarva Nama Sarvadvini Nivaranam. So listen, O goddess, I elucidate the armor of all perfection, the name which protects the three worlds, restraining all negativity. So this is a part of the Shiva Kavacham. The entire Shiva Kavacham is not very, what's the word? It's not, you have to actually learn it to chant it properly. And I'm still learning, but I will be sending you this chanting by one of the gurus, and you have to listen to it tomorrow. It is really the last word in terms of kavach, is like a protective sheath that it forms. I have got very great results with it, so I would definitely say that you need to, okay? Um, vak, vak, did we do the meaning? Yeah, we did. So, Vaktra Koti Sahasrestu Deva Koti Shatairpi Kavachasya Gunana Vaktrum Gunana Vaktrum Naiva Shakto Maheshwaraha. So, not even hundreds or thousands of mouths, or nor the gods, nor even Maheshwara, the Lord great seer of all himself, possess the capacity to proclaim the qualities of this armor. I think it should be armor, yeah. So armor, kavach is nothing but armor, really. Okay, so you don't underestimate the power of a kavach. Okay, so that is why I'm reading out, and there's a bigger version of it which I can actually put it on my website, which is I think from Sanskrit documents, but it needs a little bit of instruction, and you can't yeah, you can't just chant it. So I rather put up the link for someone who has chanted it very, very beautifully, and like I said, he's an expert at it. Okay. Omkaro me mukham patu nakarav nakara कर्णदीशके मकारः पातु शिरसि शिकारो हृदये मम. So may the letter Om protect me in the face or mouth, the letter Na in the area of the ears, may the letter Ma protect the crown of the head, and the letter She will protect in my heart. That is Namah Shivaya. Okay, we are talking of each of the syllables is he's going through. Vakaro netra yugme cha yakaro bahu yugmaka akarastu mukhe patu ukaro hridaye mama. So, and the letter V in the two eyes. So, V in the two eyes, while the letter Y will protect in the two arms. Let the letter A protect in the face, while the letter U in my heart. Makaraf पृष्ठदेशे च पञ्चार्ण पञ्चार्णः पातु सर्वतः इति ते कथितं देवी कवचं सर्वसिद्धिदम्. May the letter M or M protect on the back side, and the five letters protect all over. This, O goddess, is the explanation of all perfection. Okay, so
Excuse me,
yeah,
I
go
don't
go
know
on.
if I touch him.
Yes, Margarita.
Oh, sorry. I thought I.
Okay. So at this point, you have to understand that the Namah Shivaya is a five syllable mantra. Okay. That's why I said the men should chant the Namah Shivaya, and for Rosemary also, when like for her nephew, is it nephew or grandson? Five letter, because he's a boy. Namah Shivaya is very powerful. I'm not saying women shouldn't chant it; they can, but when you so when you chant then Om Namah Shivaya, the entire Om also has five tattvas, because Omkara is nothing but Shiva as well. It carries the five syllables also encapsulated in Om. So making the Om and Namah Shivaya a really, technically speaking, a 10 syllable mantra. Okay. So even though on paper it is like Om is taken as one syllable, so it becomes Shadakshari. So it's become, sorry, not Shadakshari, the six syllable one, okay? But if really technically, when you look at this kavach, we are talking of the five, and the Om also taken as five, so it's 10. I'm just adding a little extra for you, okay? Trailokya Rakshanam Mam sorry, Trailokya Rakshanam Nam Sarvasiddhi Padayakam Kanthava Dakshine Bahau Kavachasya Cha Dharanat. So the name which protects all three words, granter of all perfection, if one wears such an armor at the base of the throat or on the right arm, Sarva Papa Vinirmukta sa Bhavenatra Samshaya. He will be released from the bonds of all sin. Of this there is no doubt. So these are just a few verses of the Shiva Kavacha, which is much more lengthier version, which is beyond my chanting because I cannot keep up with the speed as well as the perfect pronunciation. And I would recommend you not to attempt it for tomorrow, but to just listen to it and that's it. And listen to it possibly at every prahar, okay? After chanting your own whatever individual mantras or the prahar mantras, which is on my website. Yes, and that's it, okay? Anyone, any questions? No questions? No? So this is the Shiva Kavach, which I find extremely powerful. But this is only the 5 verses. The long one is, I'm going to send it in the group, okay? No questions? Nobody wants to say anything?
No questions, no questions.
I just joined, Sona, so I don't know what to ask, basically.
Okay, lovely. So all of you are good. It's on my website as well, the one on from Drik Panchang. And Todd, thank you. So this is for India and London. What about New York? You're in New York. So
Yes, I have one for New York as well.
yeah. So put that up as well, and so you know where to look, okay? So if anyone has any questions, please do let me know. But remember, end of the day, this is absolutely and everything to do with Shakti. Don't forget the Shakti. Whatever your thing, and I'll give you a hint, whatever is in trines to your Lagna, whichever planet, find the Shakti of that. I'll give you my example, okay? My Lagna trines is in, I've got Venus in trines to the Lagna along with Rahu and Shani. So, of course, it is always going to be a fierce goddess, Ma Kamakhya. So, simple mantra of Ma Kamakhya, Devi will do for me, or Bhaga, you know, okay?
And if there is no, then we are taking the Lord.
Sorry, if there is none, yeah, just take the
Yes.
Lord. And
So,
take that the Lord, or take that particular um what do you call, from the Arud, take it from the ninth house, because ninth house from the Arud will give you huge amount of protection, huge amount.
and Sona, me, I have Shani and Jupiter in trines.
Yeah, super. Margarita, Tara Devi, or
Tara.
Shani, yeah, or Kali.
Yes.
Cream Kali ke tha tha. Beautiful mantra. There are so many Kali mantras from our tradition. Cream Kali ke tha tha. So Antot has what in Lagna? He has Venus in Lagna. He has Sun in Lagna, right, Antot?
Correct.
So
Yes.
Venus, take Mahalakshmi. That Mahalakshmi Ashtakam will be fantastic for you. Just chant it at the end of every prahar. It'll be fabulous for you. or any Mahalakshmi, Durga mantra. Durga is also fantastic for you.
Yeah, I'm not an expert on the mantras.
You
So,
don't have to be. Just go, just pick one. Pick any form of Devi. That's the main thing. Okay. Okay,
okay.
guys, everyone. Om Namah Shivaya, and we will see you maybe tomorrow, or I will put up the recording. Okay.
Are you going to the temple? Are you going to the temple, Lushan, Sono?
No, I'm not in Lewisham. I'm far from Lewisham.
Ah, right. Are you going to Mahalakshmi temple?
No, no, no. I'm not in London. I'm outside London. So
Ah,
what
right.
I'm going to do is I am going to be home,
Okay.
and home is wherever Shivaling is. And
Yeah.
Wherever Shivaling is where Shiva is. And
So you,
wherever Shiva is where you are.
yes. Okay.
And
So you,
that is the connection you have to find, your own connection, your whole Shiva connection to yourself. That's
mm,
all. That's it.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Don't need
don't
to.
worry about the temples and all
Yeah,
that.
no, no, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So have
Yeah.
you found the place? Have you found the place, Sono?
Yeah, in course. Okay.
So,
Anyway, guys,
okay.
let me just,
In Cancer, well,
yeah, go on.
his Jyotirlinga is in Cancer. So,
Oh,
which is my ascendant. So that's very interesting, isn't it?
That's
That he's,
Omkareshwar, the Jyotirlinga,
yeah,
associated with Cancer.
Omkareshwaraya,
Yeah.
yes. So I
Okay.
thought it was very auspicious he stayed when you had a lesson, and that we can make a Shivalinga like you've told. Yeah.
Yes, do make the Shivaling. He'll love it. He needs to make it. And you can make it with, I wouldn't. Oh, yes, another last thing before I leave is people who don't have Shivaling, like if you're making a temporary Shivaling or a Parthava Shivaling, what you need to do is put at the end of it, you have to put it away in in water, dissolve it in water, or like in a river or flowing river or water, or in the ground. Just pour water in a bucket and then just let it go through to the ground. Okay. Just
Okay.
remember that if you're doing that. But yeah, Rosemary, let him make that absolutely fantastic, because end of the day, it is, I'm telling you, and I repeat, we are not looking for perfection. Don't get stressed out with, oh my God, time's running out. I have to do so many malas. It defeats the whole purpose of the essence of Shiva.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you, Sono.
Okay, lovely. I shall put up this recording and see you guys
Okay,
or
great. Thank
soon.
you.
Bye.
Sono,
Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
You.